My name is Steve Turner. I am the co-founder of Turner Haüs Brewery. I was born in Nashville, Tennessee in the 80s. And my cousin Blair is originally from Chicago, and that's how we decided to go ahead and get started with the brewery in 2019. Turner Haüs Brewery is a family-owned, black-owned brewery in Chicago on the south side in Bronzeville at the corner of 47th and Michigan. We brew all of our beers in honor of the matriarchs of our family, and so we have a little slogan that says that they poured into us, so now we pour pints of them. The first beer that I ever brewed, I brewed it, oh my gosh, probably in 2012. One year I received a brew kit, a home brew kit for Christmas. It was an all grain kit. For those home brewers out there that are watching this, you know what that means. That's the hardest way to brew a beer at home. I had to brew it the traditional way that we actually brew our beers today, so it was no cheating. And it's a real labor of love. The process in and of itself, on the day that you brew it, takes about 3 to 4 hours, and then you have to wait about another month and a half before that beer is actually ready to drink. And it was ready on Super Bowl Sunday, which unfortunately was the day that my grandmother Helen passed away. Blair and I came up with the concept of Turner Haüs Brewery. After my grandmother's funeral, we were at her parents' house. We were all sitting around drinking the beer. Everybody couldn't believe that I brewed the beer myself, and kind of came up with this hypothetical idea of, oh, what if we opened up a brewery, and if we started brewing all the beers and named it after matriarchs of our family. And we kind of, just came up with this whole idea, and then I drove back to Nashville, and about 2 weeks later, I got a text message from Blair, and she said, hey, I think we should really do this, and as they say, the rest is history. So what really makes our beer stand out is that we actually use real ingredients. So we don't use extracts, we don't use artificial flavoring. When we say there's jalapeno in there, we're cutting up the jalapeno and putting it in there. I guess you could say it's organic. All of my family, my father's side, they're all from a small town called Rolling Fork, Mississippi. But fun fact about Rolling Fork, Mississippi, not only are we from there, but Muddy Waters, who also migrated from Mississippi to start his blues career here in Chicago, is also from Rolling Fork, Mississippi, so that's a fun fact. We are located in the Rosenwald building at the corner of 47th and Michigan. It's an honor to be in that building because it has so much history to it, and it's just a beautiful space to be in with just kind of that traditional Chicago style architecture for a mid-rise building, so it's very nice. And then it was also important to us to partner with a black-owned business as well, and Sip and Savor is a very well-known brand in Chicago, but particularly in Bronzeville with 2 locations. It's really exciting to be a part of the resurgence of black businesses in Bronzeville.
What challenges have you overcome?
Opening up a brewery in Chicago, or opening up a brewery, period, is not an easy feat. It does come along with some challenges, specifically even being African American in this space is challenging in and of itself because it's less than 1% of people of color that are represented in the craft beer space. So what we're doing is very different, very new. We're kind of pioneers, if I could say that, but then also learning the craft of actually brewing beer. I started off from a 1-gallon home brew kit to a 15-barrel professional grade system. So there were definitely some challenges along the way that Blair and I faced, but we faced them head on. We had the tenacity and the diligence to actually push us to where we are today.
Hey Steve, what events do y'all throw?
We have a First Fridays where we do bring in a DJ and a food truck. On the 3rd Thursday of the month, we do karaoke. And then on the 4th Thursday of the month, we do open mic. And we also have a drunk spelling bee on Sundays. It happens on the 4th Sunday of every month. And in the spring, we also offer a brunch service with one of our food truck partners. So come on in, because we try to have everything for everyone.